everyone, welcome back to GK Today. I am Sana and in this video we'll cover the current affairs. Before we move ahead, let me inform you that these questions are part of our daily 20 MCQ series 2022 in the GK Today's Android application. So if you are looking for the text version of these questions and their explanations along with the interactive quiz, you may consider joining our daily 20 MCQ series in the GK Today Android application. In this course in app, you get daily 20 MCQs, a fortnightly quiz, a monthly revision document, and also category-wise revision e-books that are optimized for reading on mobile. You are also able to access all archives of questions from January 2020 onwards. And let me tell you one more thing. If you want the Hindi version of this session, you can refer to our former channel named as GK Today. The link has been given in the description box from where you can reach to. So without taking much of your time, let's get started. Good morning everyone. Welcome back to GK Today. And today we'll be discussing most important MCQs for 28th of July 2022. Let's start. Which country successfully launched its space station module called as Ventian? So China has successfully launched its second module called as Ventian to the Tiangong space station recently. So it was launched aboard a Long March 5B rocket from Henan province in China, and this module contains the equipment that allows the Chinese astronaut to perform various type of scientific experiment. Okay, so name is also important. Its name is Ventian, and from which country it belongs to? China. Let's see some of the important international current affairs. Sakurajima volcano, which was seen in the news recently, is located in which country? So this volcano is located on the Japan's major western island of Kyushu. Okay, so Japan Meteorological Agency reported about the eruption of the volcano for 2 consecutive days, and it is one of the Japan's most active volcanoes, and eruptions are observed on a regular basis. Okay, so this volcano lies in the country Japan. Which country filed a case with the International Court of Justice alleging breach of Genocide Convention by the country Myanmar? So the military of Myanmar launched a campaign in the Rakhine state in the year 2017 after an attack by a Rohingya insurgent group. So more than 7 lakh Rohingya fled into the neighboring Bangladesh, and Gambia has filed the case with International Court of Justice alleging the breach of Genocide Convention by the Myanmar. Indian Navy conducted a maritime partnership exercise with which country in the Andaman Sea? So we have recently conducted this maritime partnership exercise with the country Japan, and from the India side INS Sukanya participated, and from Japan side Japan's destroyer JS Samidare participated. Okay, and INS Sukanya is offshore patrol vessel. Burhanpur, which was declared the first Har Ghar Jal certified district in the country, is in which state? So this is the first Har Ghar Jal certified district of India, and it lies in the state of Madhya Pradesh. Which country has added Vietnam, Cambodia, Brunei and Macau to a human trafficking blacklist? So recently USA has added these countries to a human trafficking blacklist, and don't forget that they have also included Bulgaria country into their watch list because it is not taking the trafficking seriously, right? And also they have added the country Belarus to their blacklist. Fine. Next question. Who has been appointed as the interim CEO of National Land Management Corporation? So the government of India has appointed a joint secretary to the Department of Public Enterprises, Mr. Sanjay Kumar Jain, as the interim chief executive officer of NLMC. So National Land Management Corporation was incorporated on 3rd of June as a wholly owned Government of India company with an initial authorized share capital of 5,000 crore rupees, and it has the paid up share capital of 150 crore rupees. Okay, so answer is Mr. Sanjay Kumar Jain. Coming to the question slide, Dinesh Gunawardena was sworn in as which position in Sri Lanka? So political veteran Dinesh Gunawardena, who is an ally of Rajapaksa family, was sworn in as the Prime Minister of the country, Sri Lanka, a day after Ranil Wickremesinghe was elevated to the president post, right? So Wickremesinghe has actually replaced the former president Gotabaya Rajapaksa after an unprecedented economic and political crisis, right? Who has sworn in as the new Chief Minister of Maharashtra after the resignation of Uddhav Thackeray. So the new Chief Minister of Maharashtra state is Eknath Shinde. And who is the new Deputy Chief Minister of Maharashtra state? This is Devendra Fadnavis. And don't forget that Mr. Rahul Narvekar has been elected as the Speaker of Maharashtra Legislative Assembly, and also he has become the youngest Speaker of India till now. Former World Bank economist Rodrigo Caves sworn in as the President of which country? So he is the President of Costa Rica. Xiomara Castro has been sworn in as the first female President of which country? So she is the very first female President of the country, Honduras. Daniel Ortega sworn in as which country's President for his 4th consecutive term? This country is Nicaragua. Abiy Ahmed has been sworn in as the Prime Minister of which country? He is the Prime Minister of the country Ethiopia. And if we talk about some of the important Chief Ministers that have been appointed recently, first name is Mr. Manik Saha. He is the new Chief Minister of Tripura. Next is Pushkar Singh Dhami. He is the Chief Minister of Uttarakhand. Then next is N. Biren Singh. He is the Chief Minister of Manipur. Can you tell me who is the Chief Minister of the state Punjab? Do let me know in the comments. Next question. The Anti-Maritime Piracy Bill, which was recently listed, is associated with which Union Ministry? So the Anti-Maritime Piracy Bill 2019 has been listed for consideration and passing, and it is related to the Ministry of External Affairs. So after it is enacted, the bill will bring the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea into the domestic law, and it will enable the Indian authorities to take action against the piracy on the high sea. Okay, so this bill was introduced in the Lok Sabha in December 2019, and the Standing Committee on External Affairs presented its report in February month in 2021. Okay, so simply have to remember that this bill is related to Ministry of External Affairs. Let's see some of the important ministries. Which Union Ministry implements the National Mission on Himalayan Studies? So it is implemented by Ministry of Environment, Forest and the Climate Change. And a study was conducted by the Zoological Survey of India on the snow leopards under the National Mission on Himalayan Studies. And it has found a strong link between the habitat used by the snow leopards and its prey species like Siberian ibex, blue sheep, etc. Okay. Which Union Ministry released the India's Bioeconomy Report 2022? So Union Minister for Science and Technology, Dr. Jitendra Singh has released this particular report, and in this it said that India's bioeconomy has reached over $80 billion in the year 2021 with 14.1% growth over 2020. So it is likely to touch $150 billion by the year 2025 and over $300 billion by the year 2030. So Dr. Jitendra Singh has also launched Special Biotech Ignition Grant Call for Northeast region with a financial support of 50 lakh rupees each to 25 startups and the entrepreneurs from the northeastern region so as to develop the biotech solution. Okay, so here correct answer would be Ministry of Science and Technology. Okay, these data are for this question. Which Union Ministry is associated with the Indian Antarctic Bill 2022? It is related to Ministry of Earth Sciences, and aim is to protect the Antarctic environment from militarization, mining, illegal activities, etc. Okay. Which Union Ministry's website has been ranked first in the National E-Governance Service Delivery Assessment. This is the website of Ministry of Home Affairs. At second position, there was Digital Police Portal. Okay. Which bank subsidiary partnered with the Ministry of External Affairs to set up a Trilateral Development Cooperation Fund? This is the subsidiary of State Bank of India and name is SBI Cap Ventures Limited. Fine. Next question. Which Indian state recently launched a dedicated tourism policy 2021? So the Chief Minister of Jharkhand state, Mr. Hemant Soren, has launched the Jharkhand Tourism Policy 2021 and aim is to revive and revamp the tourism sector of the state. Fine. So Jharkhand Tourism Policy 2021 was organized by FICCI jointly with the Jharkhand government and aim is to develop the state as one of the most sought after tourist destinations by the year 2025. Okay. Let's see some of the important states. Which Indian state has instituted district climate change missions? So Tamil Nadu government has recently instituted the district climate change missions across 38 districts in the state. Okay. So it will be administered by the district collectors as a mission directors, while the district forest officers will function as the climate officers. So the collectors will prepare the district level climate change mitigation and adaptation plans, and also it will provide the input for low carbon climate resilient development plan. Okay. Which state is associated with the Family Doctor Pilot Project? So Andhra Pradesh is related to Family Doctors Pilot Project. Which Indian state police recently launched EFIR system? This system has been implemented in Gujarat. Okay. And within 48 hours of complaint, the police will directly contact to the person who has registered the complaint. Which Indian state has detected African swine fever in pigs? Answer is Kerala. So it was detected in the Wayanad district of Kerala, after which 2 more districts of Kerala were put in high alert. Ministry of Earth Sciences demonstrated the desalination plants in which state or the union territory? This is Lakshadweep. Okay. Next question. Which institution has launched the campaign Create for India to cheer the Indian contingent of the Commonwealth Games? So Sports Authority of India has started a new initiative to cheer for the Indian contingent of the Commonwealth Games with the campaign Create for India. Okay. So a 215 members Indian athlete contingent across 16 disciplines is set to participate in the Commonwealth Games that is to be held in Birmingham. So participants were asked to submit entries using the hashtags #CreateForIndia and #CheerForIndia. Okay. Let's see some of the important institutions that were in news. NCFDC is a proposed umbrella body for which institution? What is this NCFDC? National Cooperative Financial and Development Company. Okay. So this is the proposed umbrella body for the urban cooperative banks. So this institution is expected to be functional next year and it will raise 300 crore rupees as a capital from the member banks, and it is expected to apply for the NBFC license as well. So it would facilitate additional financing to the MSMEs and the lower middle class borrowers of the urban cooperative bank. Okay. Running and maintenance of ships in Lakshadweep have been handed over to which institution? So they have been now handed over to the Shipping Corporation of India, and administration of Lakshadweep has announced that out of 5 ships in service for the people there, that is to connect island with Kochi, 2 are undergoing into repairs. Okay. Which institution has released a report titled as a proposal for the digital banks in India, licensing and regulatory regime? This is Niti Aayog. Which institution released a compilation of the success stories of 75,000 farmers? Answer would be Indian Council of Agricultural Research. The Reserve Bank has adopted a 4-tiered regulatory framework for which institution? This is Urban Cooperative Bank. Okay. Next question. Which racing driver won the French Grand Prix 2022? So defending F1 champion Max Verstappen has won the French Grand Prix in the year 2022, and 7-time world champion Lewis Hamilton was at the second place, and this was his 300th Grand Prix, and George Russell was at the third position. Fine. Let's revise some of the important Grand Prixes. Which racing driver won the Australian Grand Prix 2022 title? It was won by Charles Leclerc. Which racing driver won the British Grand Prix 2022? Answer would be Carlos Sainz. Which racing driver won the 2022 Canadian Grand Prix? So it was won by Max Verstappen. Second was Carlos Sainz, and third was Lewis Hamilton. Which racing driver won the Monaco Grand Prix title? Answer is Sergio Perez. Second was Carlos Sainz. Third was Max Verstappen. And fourth was actually Charles Leclerc. Which racing driver won the Spanish Grand Prix title in 2022? Answer is Max Verstappen. Second was Sergio Perez, and third was George Russell. Which racing driver won the Australian Grand Prix 2022 tournament? First is Charles Leclerc. Second was Sergio Perez, and third was George Russell. Okay. Talking about their countries, Max Verstappen is from the country Netherlands. Carlos Sainz is from Spain. Lewis Hamilton belongs to Greater Britain. Sergio Perez is from Mexico. Charles Leclerc is from Australia. And you have to tell me from which country George Russell belonged to. Okay. Also, there was this Saudi Arabian Grand Prix 2022, and it was won by Max Verstappen. Second was Charles Leclerc. Third was Carlos Sainz, and fourth was Sergio Perez. And the Bahrain Grand Prix 2022 was won by Charles Leclerc. Okay. And another is Azerbaijan Grand Prix, and it was won by Max Verstappen. Okay. So these are the Grand Prixes that have been held in the year 2022. So this is the complete list of all the Grand Prixes that were held in this year. Okay. Next question. Which is the host city of International Conference on Chemistry and the Applications of the Soft Materials? So the CSIR, National Institute for Interdisciplinary Science and Technology, Thiruvananthapuram has hosted this International Conference on Chemistry and Applications of Soft Material. So over 300 delegates from within the country and abroad are expected to attend this conference as a part of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav celebration. Okay. Let's see some of the important cities. India's first brain health clinic was inaugurated in which city? So India's very first brain health clinic has recently been inaugurated in Bangalore city. Which state topped the utilization of funds under Smart City Mission? We have talked about this question in the previous lecture. Answer is Tamil Nadu. Second was Uttar Pradesh. India hosted the BIMSTEC Expert Group on Cyber Security Cooperation in which city? So it was hosted in New Delhi. The Conference on Export Potential of Natural, Organic and Geographical Indications Agro-Product was held in which city? This conference took place in Guwahati in the state of Assam. Which city was ranked first in India in the Economist Intelligence Unit Global Liability Index 2022? First in this was New Delhi. And if we talk about globally, first city was Vienna from Austria, second was Copenhagen from Denmark, and third was Zurich from Switzerland. The central government has approved a mega cluster of mangoes in which city for 100 crore rupees? So answer would be Lucknow. Okay. Next question. Kargil Vijay Divas is celebrated on which date in India? So India celebrates this day on 26th of July every year to celebrate the 23 years anniversary of its victory over Pakistan in the Kargil war this year. Okay. So it was fought against the intruders from Pakistan who had crossed the line of control into Indian territory in the year 1998. So on July 26, 1999, the Pakistan forces were forced to withdraw from the Indian territory. Okay. Let's see some of the important days. When is the World Drowning Prevention Day observed? So this day is observed annually on 25th of July, and United Nations General Assembly recognized this day in the year 2021. Okay. So according to the United Nations, around 236,000 people drown annually, which makes drowning a major public health problem all around the world. Okay. Also, drowning is one of the major causes of death for the children and young people who are aged between 1 to 24 years around the globe. When is the Income Tax Day or Icar Divas celebrated in India? It is observed on 24th of July. In which city Ministry of Culture hosted the Thamma Chakka Day 2022 celebration? So it was hosted by Ministry of Culture in Sarnath. In order to boost the mango export, the Agricultural and the Processed Food Product Export Development Authority recently launched an 8-day mango festival in which country? Answer is Bahrain country. When is the World Population Day observed every year? It is observed on 11th of July, right? Next question. Which Union Minister launched the Baal Raksha mobile application? So Union Minister of Ayush, Mr. Sarbanand Sonowal, inaugurated a vaccination center for the children at the All India Institute of Ayurveda. And he has also launched the Baal Raksha mobile application to create awareness among the parents on preventive healthcare through Ayurveda intervention. And this application will also collect the feedback from the parents regarding the impact of the kit on their children's health and immunity. Okay, so this application has been launched by Ministry of Ayush. Let's see some of the important applications that were in news. What is the name of the new application launched by UIDAI to authenticate Aadhaar number with face? So the Unique Identification Authority of India has launched the Aadhaar Face RD application to enable Aadhaar card holders to authenticate their unique 12-digit identity number using their face. Okay. So Aadhaar authentication user agencies have been enabled by UIDAI to capture Aadhaar card holders' face for their authentication, and this application captures the live person's face for the authentication using the face authentication technology. Okay. So Aadhaar card holders need not to carry physical identification, and the biometric data will be restored in the Central Identity Data Repository. Okay. Viva Engage is a new application of which tech major? So Microsoft has introduced the Viva Engage, which is a new application in the Teams so as to build the community and connection and for providing the tools for the personal expression. Okay. So this app has been built on the foundation of Yammer, and it brings people together across the organization to connect with the leaders and co-workers, find answers to the questions and share their story, etc. E-Amrit mobile application, which was recently launched, is associated with which sector? It is related to electric mobility. And what is the full form of Amrit? Accelerated E-Mobility Revolution for the India's transportation. Language model for the dialogue application, that is Lambda, is the chatbot of which technology company? So it is the chatbot of Google. Which authority has recently launched the Abha mobile application? It is the mobile application of National Health Authority. Okay. Now let's start with today's quiz. Here on the slide you can see 5 questions which have been taken from the past 2-3 days current affairs. Pause the video and try to solve each of these questions, and at the end of the lecture do not forget to share your scores in the comment section. So please be honest and do not cheat with yourself. So that's it for today. I hope you have liked the session. These were the important news and events from today, and we will meet again tomorrow with some more important current affairs. Till then, stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching, and please do not forget to subscribe to GK Today. With this, me Nuzhat Sana signing off.